of them to have a positive outcome. Like, you suck.
Next
Get off
time
the
they
field.
say anything about haha with being no passes defended, we were told all offseason that Amos couldn't play passing defense. Guess how many
And
passes defended
you were
he
looking
has?
at that while I was ranting, weren't you?
He has five, and right now he's on pace to either tie what he had last year in nine or more. He already has 53 tackles, and he's on pace to break that. No, he's on pace. He had 73 tackles last year. He has 53 right now. He's on pace to break his one from last year.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. So, I mean, I was told all season that we got a bad safety and Eddie Jackson made him. Then why am I staring at a top 10 safety? Why am I? That's what I'm trying to.
Amos has been exactly what we thought and what the organization had
Yeah.
thought they were getting. I mean, let's be real. Everybody else acted like he was supposed to be some Earl Thomas type, and it's like he doesn't play the same position. That's not what type of player is. It's not
No,
anything he's ever
Savage is
been
Earl
asked to
Thomas.
do. Exactly. Like,
Yep.
it's just they were butthurt because their organization went out, spent a bunch of money, and couldn't keep players at the price that they wanted, and so then they came up with stupid excuses, which segues to me to this because I'm done. I've had enough. It's been a bad day, and I want to get this going.
Hey, also too, this year Amos is only allowing a passer rating of 82.9 when coming at him.
Oh yeah, but you can't cover. Anyway,
Yep.
the
Just
segue
just
because I
wanted to add
said
that in there.
excuses, guys. I swear to God, any fan base out there, any of them, even Packers fan base, if you cannot be smart enough, do enough homework, or know or try to learn or ask good enough questions to understand what's going on the field, and you want to jump at any point for any reason that any singular call that is not the final play of the game, that the refs are the reason you lost, dude, just block me, unfollow me. Like, for real. Like it is the weakest, and I'm talking to Packer fans that if you do this too. I'm not being biased. I'm talking to all y'all out there on social media, everywhere else, that from any team, including the Packers, it is the most lazy, horseshit, asinine, dumbass, weak ass, sorry ass, sissy ass, mamby pamby excuse, reason that you can come up with for not winning a game. The referees, I will say it again, and if I'm speaking Chinese or you can't understand my English, I'm going to say it slowly. There is no team that is favored by referees. They all suck ass, period, for all teams, period.
I don't think they got the the connection you're trying to make.
I'm like, we're getting added during games by people for bad calls that aren't even that bad. That call on Gerald McCoy is not even close to a bad call. It's can they and don't give me the well the NFL said that. Yeah, well the NFL says a lot of dumb shit. Just like why do they have a
It's just
2 minute
like the
report in the
Lions game.
NBA?
Of
It's a
course, they had to go and
stupid.
make that.
Yeah, but they don't. You know what? It's funny is where's the report for the entire game about all the blown calls, missed calls, bad calls? Like, that's the problem I have is we always, every time I get on Twitter, it's all the fan bases. They want to go to one singular call and then look for the evidence of that one singular call being either said it's good or bad. Well, guess what? there is more than one call that happened in that game. There's more than one call that was not made that should have been made in that game.
Only 5 on
and
Carolina.
So it is the weak ass thing to go and find that one thing and say, and then to sit up and beat your chest like you're freaking Godzilla and act like you just found the holy fucking grail of all evidence is just laughable at best, guys. It's like, it's weak. If that's all you can come at me or at First and Goal Pod with, like, find something else to do, because like it doesn't infuriate me. You're not proving me wrong. I'm not admitting that it was a bad call. Like, I'm being real. If you can't really be real, don't try to insult me or the time I spend on doing film study. Don't insult my intelligence of the actual rule book of what actually is. Don't insult my football memory of the terrible calls I've actually witnessed really cost teams games, or that are really, really egregious, terrible calls that are just absolutely asinine. And I'm not talking specifically Packers. I've watched many games that are non-Packer games where I watch it and go, that's a fucking terrible call. That's very terrible. That one deserves to get upset about. It's that bad. That McCoy one, not even close, guys. Like, it is literally one that was justifiable. It was, he was a step and a half late, and it was unnecessary for him to keep going through with the hit. Don't tell me, Gerald McCoy does not run 10 miles an hour. And he coming off a blocker, he ain't moving that fast. So this whole idea that we're all going to try to throw out this smart ass, like, well, the art of physics, you can't actually stop momentum when you're moving at 307 pounds. Like, stop that shit. Like, that's trying to, like, make yourself sound like Bill Nye the Science Guy when you're not that fucking smart. Sorry. Like, period.
Gerald McCoy is one of the most agile defensive tackles in the league, even for being a 10-year vet. Him, Aaron Donald,
he did not need to drive through that, and he knew damn well when he got up why that flag got called, whether he thought it was egregious or not. These guys have been
saw the
drilled.
Ball getting
they
thrown.
Have drilled them about the if it's like literally. Guarantee you, if you have any access to what the NFL sends to teams, I guarantee you there is something that is said almost word for word verbatim of this. Any calls in this format, like when we're talking rough of the passer, and they go out about this body weight thing and slightly late hit, I guarantee you at the end of it says this. Any calls that we feel that are even close to this, what we are deeming as a penalty, will be flagged, and that's just the way it's going to be. So do what you can to not even be in the gray area of this. And this is not the first year, guys. Like, he's, and if you go watch him in other games, I bet you can find several incidences in those similar situations where he does not do that, where he lets up and probably pushes the quarterback over, or even if he starts to hit him, they kind of stop and he does the old, like, bear hug shuffle, like they're dancing, but he holds him up. Like, he was angry. They were losing. He got overly aggressive, and it cost him. It was not the worst call in the world, and it's just weak. Like, and I'm at this point, the fact that I even have to address it on a Thursday when we played this game Sunday at 4:25 in the afternoon, and we're on a bye week, and it's still being brought up, and we're getting tagged in it again, and then like somebody's trying to sit there and like I gave you the evidence, and you're just not admitting you're wrong. No, I'm being fucking real. I'm telling you what actually happened, and you want to give me some shot from your TV in the living room that's so cloudy and tell me that that's evidence? Dude, come on. Like, the reason you shot it that crappy is because if you would have got actual good footage, you'd see exactly what I saw live in the first replay when they showed it, why they were throwing the flag. It's blatantly obvious. Was it a... you could have held your flag in that one and nobody would have been mad? For sure. Was it terrible they threw the flag? No. Get over it. And no points were scored in that. And by the way, don't give me they would have had to punt the ball and we would have got at least 3 points. No, you wouldn't. Nothing's guaranteed in football. For all you know, there could have been a pick six and we would have scored 7 instead of winning out of there with a fourth down, no time left and didn't score anything. So nothing guaranteed in football. That did not cost them the game. It was second quarter. You had a whole half football play. Get over it. It's weak.
Gee, I couldn't tell how upset you were about that.
I'm not even upset. This is just me being real. Like, I've gotten past a lot of being upset. My ranting doesn't come from upset. It's from my football. Like, I'm real. Like, when I'm going to be biased about Packers shit, you're going to know. Because I get goofy, and you know it. And I usually admit it. Like, I'm going to be a homer. I'm going to be biased. Or this one I'm not going to let up on.
A little bit.
You know it. People know it. This kind of stuff, I'm not upset. It's just asinine. Like, I don't feel like I shouldn't have to waste my time and stuff. And if this wasn't a bye week on a Thursday, I probably wouldn't have spent so much time. But we're trying to fill airtime right now. And we need to take a break. You got anything you want to say before break? What are we going to talk about when we get back? We going to do some press conferences from the week?
Huh?
Do you want to do some listen to some LaFleur press conferences, Roger press conferences from the week?
Go ahead and do that because I want people to hear how in tune he is with his team. When people ask questions about his team, he's not hiding anything. That's what I love about him over McCarthy. McCarthy always gives you this jargon that just mumbles everything up, and there's no clear answer. LaFleur tells you exactly what's going on when a reporter asks him something. Play it.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will do that. I'll get that set up. So when we come back, we're going to listen to some LaFleur and some Aaron Rodgers press conferences from probably, I think, yesterday it was. And if you haven't had enough of our banter tonight, you want to visit NFL Addictions on Facebook.com for all of your NFL banter and chatter. It's not a trash talk site, so keep it clean and keep it cordial. That's NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. And if you still got an itch to scratch when you're done with that, you want to visit Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for their version of the raffle for all kinds of cool prizes, even a chance at winning some cash. You buy a $10 raffle ticket for a chance at winning $100. That's a chance at making 10 times your money. It don't get any better than that. That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for a chance at all kinds of cool prizes. Tell them what you've won, Dave.
I've won everything from tailgating barbecue sets. That I have a Packers one that I won, folks, for $400. I put $40 down on the spot. I won it, and it was out of 20 spots. It's really worth it. I've also won helmets that are signed. I've won banners that are signed. I've won memorabilia rings. I've won footballs that are signed and other Packers knickknacks because that's my team. But go ahead and check them out. Cheap, affordable prices for certified, authentic stuff.
That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com. Go there, play, and win. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter at First and Goal Pod, myself at UPJ33, Dave is at Steak and Cheese, and the fantasy wonder himself, Dylan, at Dylan Busby1. Email us at firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com with all your football and Packer questions and comments, and you just might find yourself making the show live. That's firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com. All right, men, it's Movember. Grow your facial hair out to bring awareness to prostate cancer. It affects just as many men as breast cancer affects women. We need to bring awareness. So grow out your facial hair, and if you already have facial hair, shape and shave it in a different way. Have some fun with it. So everybody knows if you're 35 or older, it's time to have your prostate checked. Again, it's Movember, Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. So men, grow out that facial hair, shape and shave it in a different, unique way to bring awareness. It's an important thing. We all need to have it done. So get on board and have some fun with it. And we are back. Sorry about that, Dave. You were saying something now about Deontay Johnson that hit?
Yep. So supposedly, cameras caught a glimpse of blood coming out of Deontay Johnson's ear.